The life and sad ending of Lawrence Welk. Lawrence Welk was born on March 11, 1903, in Strasburg, North Dakota. His parents had immigrated to America in 1892, escaping the strife going on in Alsace-Lorraine. They lived in a homestead in North Dakota, which is a tourist attraction today. He learned to play polka music on his father's accordion and began performing at local music events in his early teenage years. After 4 years, he persuaded his father to buy him his own accordion and promised his father to work on the family's farm until he was 21 to repay the costs incurred on the accordion. In 1927, he graduated from the McPhail Center for Music in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Upon turning 21, he took up music as a full-time career, playing with various polka-style bands around the area. Soon, he formed his own quartet, the Lawrence Welk Novelty Orchestra. His band was also the station band for popular radio station WNAX in Yankton, South Dakota. The band underwent a lot of transformation, including a name change, for instance. The Hotsy Totsy Boys, the Honolulu Fruit Gum Orchestra, and the biggest little band in America. In November 1928, he recorded a remarkable song in a ragtime style for Indiana-based Gannett Records. He recorded 4 sides, out of which one side was rejected. In 1931, he recorded 8 sides for Paramount, which were distributed to the Broadway and Lyric labels. These records are now hard to find and extremely valuable. In 1937, he moved the group to Omaha, where they gained expertise in dance tunes and sweet music. The band traveled around the country by car as they were too poor to afford high traveling and accommodation expenses. In 1938, during their concert at William Penn Hotel in Pittsburgh, a fan likened their light, rhythmic, and bubbly orchestra music to champagne. This earned the band its tag, describing its sound as champagne music. In 1940, he booked his group at Trenton Ballroom in Chicago, which proved to be a large achievement, regularly pulling a large crowd. Therefore, he moved his family to Chicago and lived there for the next 10 years. He signed with Decca and recorded for Mercury and Choral. Meanwhile, his orchestra also performed at Roosevelt Hotel in New York City, and after 5 years, he collaborated with Western artist Red Foley to record a version of Spade Coley's Shame on You, which went on Billboard's September 15th Most Played Jukebox Folks Records listing. From 1949 to 1951, the band had its own national radio program on ABC, sponsored by the Champagne of Bottled Beer, Miller High Life, a well-known brewing company. The same year, 1951, he took part in a late-night TV show in Los Angeles. Its success inspired him to move to LA the same year and led him to produce The Lawrence Welk Show on KTLA television. This show made its national debut in 1955 on ABC as a mid-season replacement and drew together one of the largest fan followings. He had a good number of instrumental hits in his name, including a cover of the song Yellow Bird, originally released by the Norman Luboff Choir in 1957. In 1961, he released his chartbuster record, Calcutta, which became a big hit instantly. It was recorded in a single take. It gained the topmost position in U.S. pop charts between the 13th and the 26th of February. The album also surpassed all levels of glory. In 1966, he recorded an album on Ranwood Records with Johnny Hodges, an American alto saxophonist, bringing out a number of jazz standards, including Someone to Watch Over Me, Misty, and Fantastic, That's You. The album is highly esteemed, but has been out of print for many years. In his personal life, Welk was married to Fern Renner and had 3 children with her. He has many grandchildren and great-grandchildren as well. His band continues to appear in the theater in Branson, Missouri. Besides, the TV show has been repackaged for broadcasts on PBS stations. The production rights are with the Oklahoma Educational Television Authority. A resort community, the Welk Group, developed by him in California, is open to the public. It has a theater group that performs live Broadway musicals all year round. It also owns broadcasting rights and record labels. After retiring from his show and from the road in 1982, Welk continued to air reruns of his show, which were repackaged first for syndication and, starting in 1986, for public television. He also starred in and produced a pair of Christmas specials in 1984 and 1985. In addition, he owned a restaurant and club in Escondido, where he filmed lead-ins for reruns of The Lawrence Welk Show. Welk completely retired from all public appearances in 1992 at the age of 89. Sadly, he died of pneumonia on May 17th in his Santa Monica apartment, surrounded by his family. He was buried in Holy Cross Cemetery in Culver City, California. Recently, on June 25, 2019, the New York Times Magazine listed Lawrence Welk among hundreds of artists whose material was reportedly destroyed in the 2008 Universal Fire.